Well, hi everyone. Welcome back to Missouri River Bottom. I want to give a huge shout out to River Bottom Customs for this map. It is awesome. I'm loving everything about it. The details, the big fields, the just the country feel of it. It just feels real. So well done, guys. Thank you for putting this map out, and I look forward to playing it more. So episode 1 intro, episode 2 here. I ended up firing up 2 Gleaners and just poking into the wheat here a little bit just to see how things are going. And it was kind of why I poked into it, because the Gleaners are giving me a ton of trouble. We're having some problems with the unloading augers, a couple other things there. And what this whole thing is supposed to be about is Rocky wants to upgrade some of this equipment. So the Kloss dealer around the corner, we had already set up that we were going to have a combine and a new tractor come over to try out doing this wheat and going through soybeans and corn. So I just called them and I said, listen, I wouldn't mind trying it out now because the two are giving us troubles. Probably going to finish the headlands up with the two of them and then just park them for right now, and we're going to let the Lexion run. So they ended up doing one more headland around the outside of the field. It's got a 61-foot Mac done on the front of it, everybody. This thing is monstrous. It's awesome. So these basically we've got 120 foot worth of headland here, and it's going to work out just fine. So we're going to stick with that and go from there. We're going to use that to combine this field. I will probably end up using the 8410 as buggy tractor for it as well. They ended up bringing out the new Zarian, and is it ever a nice tractor? Oh my goodness. So this is the Zarian 12 650. It's the big one. Don't know if we'd actually go this big if we were doing it, but I figured with that Kloss combine we're going to be dumping a fair bit. The buggy that they've got on the back of it's a 2200, so that's going to fill a full set of trains in one dump. So basically we've got a transport truck on wheels running through the field here, which will be great too. Again, this is a demo. Rocky has given me limitations of what we can do to buy and not buy and get things figured out. But this is what it's going to take if he wants to take over all of the farming that he's doing, plus helping out the guys in the area that are wanting to get out or share crop or whatever. Ultimately, he could be up to a ton of land, and he's going to have something big enough to be able to do it. And this sort of stuff, case, deer, whatever it ends up being, is probably what he's going to end up having to go to. He struggles to find help. So we're going to have to go down to one combine maybe and one good person in tractor with the buggy on the back, and then 2 trucks to be able to keep it away from it. So that's where we're sort of sitting right now. I'm going to leave this for right at the moment. The 2 Gleaners are sitting up just by the trees here by the co-op, and they're both pretty full, I think. So I think what we'll do is we'll hop in the 8410, we'll slide out onto the road and cut up that way, and try and get up to them, get them emptied. I'd like to get them around the headlands, and by that point, I figured that they're probably going to be pretty close to coming up behind them with the Lexion, and we'll just let it keep going, doing its up and backs here, and I'll keep bugging it. So that's sort of the plan for right at the moment. Now, the other thing that happened that we didn't get the chance to show was Rocky has started a little bit of a hay sideline here, doing some hay at that one field right around the house and the shop. And he ended up going with 3 Massey tractors, all under 120 horse. 2 of them were used, one of them was new, and then he ended up getting a Massey baler, Kuhn tedder, Kuhn merger, and then one of the Arcusan bale mergers. So we're going to end up being able to do a bunch of that stuff. He already had a Kuhn round baler that he'll be doing with the straw here too for the customers that want it. So I didn't get a chance to show that. I'll show that here as we get rolling. Cutting some wheat here today, and I believe that they all came into the dealership last night, or some point here since we talked the last time. And anyways, I'll show you what that is, and that'll be something that we'll be doing here as these combines finish rolling. Is getting the straw baled up, and then we'll also be cutting some hay ground over by the so anyways, we'll get this combine emptied. The other one's not quite full, but we'll empty it out too. Hoping from here they should be able to reach up to the front there, but we'll see. We might have to dump them one more time. So we can't even dump on the fly. The clutches are giving us troubles, so we've been having to stop stationary and turn the combine off just to be able to dump everything out. So it's been not a lot of fun. Now that being said, we've dumped. This is the third dump just going around the headlands with these 40-foot machines. So there's some good yield in this field, which is awesome to see. That's about it. Okay, back up. The other one going here. The headers have been giving a little bit of trouble too. They're missing a bit of stuff here too at times. I don't know what's going on there either. Normally the Mac dumps don't usually give me a whole lot of trouble, but for whatever reason, it's been a day for sure. So we'll let these just do what they're doing. I mean, there's a dump and half-ish, and we've got another dump going up to this truck, so there's some good yield here. That's even with all the weeds. Rocky was saying that they sprayed it, and then because of the rain they had later in the season, they had another flush come up, but it was after pollination, so we couldn't spray it again. So he thought about doing a pre-harvest, but he's like, they're not that bad. The yield's still there, so I think we're okay to not worry about it. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to combine this up and get her done. But we've already taken one transport truckload over to the elevator, and then, I mean, I bet you there's 7 or 8 truckloads here off of this field, which is going to be great. Dump into the first truck. So you can see the Massey tractors just across the way there. Funny, Massey is another brand that in my personal life I work with, mostly Fendt, but also Massey. But they are a nice, more cost-effective tractor for doing haying and stuff like that. They're actually really nice. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is put this off to the side for a few minutes. Let those two combines make it up to the front, and then we'll just dump them right in the truck right off the bat. This thing is behemoth. What a tractor. 4-wheel steer. Cab looks just like a combine basically, with the same armrest and controls. They do make a track unit of this. I think I'd probably still go with the tired version of it, but yeah, very, very impressed. Let's move this out of the way so that we can get the combines over to the trucks a little easier. It's funny, Rocky was saying that they did do pre-service inspections with the combines, and he's still having the problems, and that's just the fact of them being older, I think, is what it comes down to. Hopefully it makes it up to the front here. I'll walk back and check it out. But it's weedy enough in here, isn't it? All right, well. That's way up back behind that corner there, so give them the okay to keep going around here. Grab the other one so it doesn't start going into anything. Rocky's quite like these combines for the amount of time that he's had them, but I don't know if they're heavy duty enough. It's harder to find enough people that run them that understand them to be able to get the acres done that he's going to get done with it. Right. Okay, I'm going to hop on the phone to the Kloss guys and make sure they're okay at the back, and I'll be right back. Okay, so they're coming around the back headland. They said use the Zarian if we want to, so figured why as heck not. So let's go hop in it. We'll go down this headland over here, and I'm not sure if they're going to need to dump on the way down or not, but let's go see where they're at and see what we think of this beast. So this would be a replacement for the Big 9 RT, and then obviously the combine Rocky's thinking that he would go to one big one, and then Kloss has offered to, I think it's a big 300 horsepower, I think it's called an Axion, whether it's on tires or the half track. He would consider one of those, and then we'd probably just go with a smaller 220, 240 horsepower tractor loader, and that would probably replace the 8410 and keep the 8100 just because it's not worth much. And then we'd have 2 loader tractors for doing hay and straw and stuff like that with. So that's what he's thinking. Obviously this will have to be leased or financed or what he's going to do. This is my operating loan that he has given me just to run the farm. It's not necessarily what we're doing on equipment or anything like that, but this is what we've got for operating to be able to put in cover crops, do what we want to do this fall, fuel, tillage, planting, all that sort of stuff like that. So that's what we've got. So there she is. So obviously, just with the way that the headlands worked, we wanted to make sure that we were still sitting on 120 feet. So that's why there's an overlap here. But what a monster. 61 feet. And they've got these Contour Buddy wheels underneath of it. I'll show you. So there's stabilizer wheels out sort of 3/4 of the way, but see these little wheels here? There's a couple of them across this head, and it's following the ground contours, making that head flex. When you're cutting wheat, isn't that cool? Anyways, there she is. It's a very impressive rig. All right, well, we'll hop back in here. I think we can probably dump him going down that north headland. Or actually be east. Actually, it'll be the east headland coming down that side road. But we'll get over there and get ready to unload. Oh, he's actually ready right now. That's perfect. The only thing I'm thinking on this combine, he's got the tippable spout, but I think the auger may be a tad bit too short with this head. So if we do something, we either need to maybe go with a smaller head or see if we can get a little bit longer unloading auger. Okay, there. Just going to get in the side. Yeah, that's part of the problem. He's going to want to move too. Oh my goodness. Tight. Don't hit the head. Okay, we're going to regroup and get over to the side here. I don't want to be that close to him when he's making a turn. So maybe a 50-foot head might be the better way to go with this, but 60 with a machine this big makes a lot of sense, but then a loading auger is going to be really tight. We're literally almost right into the head. We'll make it work for today, but I'm thinking that a 50-foot might be the right way to go here. Keep it in the middle between the tires, but then we can't fill the buggy up very well. But for right now, this will work. We'll just keep it at this. He'll be making straights through instead of making all these twists and turns and everything too, which will be a lot better. But the auger unloads so fast that it doesn't take very long to get there, so that's even better. Okay, well, he's empty. We'll let him come back down this headland, then he can start doing his rounds. We'll head to the front and dump, and then I think what we can do is probably run right across the road, and I'll show you that hang stuff that Rocky bought. truck here before you know it. Oh, fast. Look at that go. These augers are real for loading speed. All right. Well, that didn't take very long, did it? Let's cut up on the road here. Sit along here for a second and wait. Okay, through here. So this is our land, all that we're just had all the work done to it, so it's ready to get picked back up. So we went with little 5709S, little 5S, and then obviously the Arcusan bale accumulator. He wants a bale bearing, but we can't find what we want, so we're gonna go with this for now. We've got a 6S, so 135, just a small one, and I guess currently they've got it on the baler. I'm not sure if we're gonna do that. I'm probably gonna put it on 5S, probably. And then he wanted another small loader tractor, so we went with this 4710. So it's about 95 horse, 100 horse with a loader on it. He grabbed a New Holland bi-swing mower. And then we've got Kuhn stuff, tedder, round baler, and merger. So we'll end up using that for, well, parts of those for doing some of the straw work here, and then we'll end up using the rest of it to be able to do the grass and hay work that he's wanting to do. Back in through here and cut in. I think it's going to do strike out here with some rounds to see where it goes. So you might go down this side. That's what he's doing. All right, well, we'll follow him down. Probably end up unloading on the way back. So, huge thanks to everyone again. I keep saying it in every episode of Frankenmuth and this, but thank you all for watching. I need some subscriber contracts for some people here. So if you're watching the videos, throw something down in the comments of what you'd like to buy. Corn, wheat, beans, straw, hay, anything. Give me a reasonable price, or say market plus 10% or something along that lines, whatever. It makes it more... It makes it easier for me to be able to do some of this stuff so that I'm not making it all up on my own and making it fictitious. It makes it more real if you're helping with this. So help me out and throw some of that stuff in the comments here, and let's see if we can get some cool ideas and trades. It doesn't have to be for money. It can be, you could trade me all of the straw off this field for a payment on a combine or something, whatever. But give me some ideas, people. It would be really great to see some of that stuff. So yeah, and if throw down in the comments anything else too. If you're enjoying these series, I think this is going to work out better than the horse one did. Although I really wanted to do the horse because I'd been there and lived it and everything like that. But I think this is going to work out just fine with us being down at Rockies here and helping him get things figured out for the future for them. So the question is going to be, is he going to turn around and go back down, or is he going to do a land? Like he's going to go back down. All right. That'll work out all right. He's almost full. we can get right up together with the tires right there. Yeah, so as much as the 60-foot head would be amazing, I think we're going to have to go a little smaller. We want the boss anyways. Our problem here is that we do have a deer dealership right here. He's tried the X9 and doesn't like it. Case obviously has the new AF11 in New Holland with the AF11. We don't have a Case dealership within 100 miles of here, so that isn't going to help with buying and servicing and doing anything like that at all. It's not going to work. So Kloss, Bent, Massey, and Deere are sort of the only three options that we have here as capable dealerships that he feels comfortable being able to sell to us and then be able to service and look after him. So I think that's why he's looking at the Kloss, because he did not like the Deere Combine, and they're offering him a multi-unit to go to some tractors and stuff like that to make it worthwhile for everybody to get some extra discounts here to be able to help that out. All right, so he's going to be dumping coming back this way every time, so we'll let him turn. And then we'll empty on the way back every single time. He isn't going to be quite full, but it's just sort of the way that it needs to be. So I know we seem to be doing a lot of buggy work. We did on Frankenmuth as well. Sorry. We can get helpers to run the combine. We can't get helpers to run the grain buggy or the trucks. So unfortunately, this is just something that we're going to have to do if we want to be able to keep this moving. But I will try and be as variable with things as I possibly can by at least making it different units that we're doing stuff with so that we can see different equipment. The nose on this thing is huge. I knew there'd be a 60-foot head at some point, but I just never thought that it would be this soon and everything. I remember when 35s and 40s were massive. 45, then they went to 50, and now they're up to 60, 61. Small dumps here, but at the same point I know that he won't be able to make another full round if I don't empty him out here either. Alright, we'll just keep doing it this way. It keeps everybody moving, and he doesn't have to stop and wait or anything, so it's not a bad thing to do. All right. With a big tractor like this, that buggy, it knows it's there. It's only got 35,000 liters in it right now, which is, yeah. don't know what the conversion would be to bushels yet. I haven't got that far, but she's big and probably 1,000 bushels, 45%, somewhere in there. So, all right, everybody, we're at the time, so I will keep rolling with combine in here. In between loads, we may get the balers over here and start getting them. Just make sure everything's working properly with the dealership to get things rolling, to get that started, and then yeah, we'll start picking up bales. Probably gonna plant this with cover crops. Don't know if I really want to work it or not. So we'll probably end up getting co-op to come in and spread some potash on here, and then put cover crops down, and then we'll end up, wheat will go into corn next year probably, so we'll end up putting gas down in the spring in hydrous, and that'll give us our fertilizer requirements for the crop. So yeah, we'll see where this goes, but thanks everybody for watching, and please leave comments down below, like and subscribe. Let me know if you're enjoying everything from the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.